Welcome everybody. This is Cellebration Saturday training. My name is Steve Kuchin. I'm a holistic health practitioner, and I appreciate you guys coming on board today to listen. And we have a lot of exciting news to share with you today. I want to talk today briefly about the Allure bracelet and more in depth about our new product called Cellebration. Before I do that, I'm going to do some housekeeping here. The statements made in this presentation have not been evaluated by the FDA. Nothing in this presentation should be construed as diagnosing, prescribing, or treating disease. It is presented for education only. We must legally warn you that if you are ill, have any disease, are pregnant or nursing, you should consult your medical doctor before attempting any natural or herbal program. Here we have, folks, some masters in relation to Oriental medicine, TCM, their product, traditional Chinese medicine. And they're practicing something called Qigong. Qigong is a way to get control of your body, get control of your qi in your body, actually increase the amount of qi and blood flow throughout your body. Now, if you can take a look at this pose, and imagine you trying to make this pose with your body right now. There's certain limitations everyone has having to do with their bodies. It could be, like, for example, their knees are not that good anymore. So you cannot assume this pose. You cannot even extend your leg out that much, right? You cannot put your hand down to the floor as you did when you were a child. Well, there's reasons for that, and the reasons is blocked qi, blocked energy in your body. And that's what our product called Cellebration does. It unblocks that qi, it unblocks the flow in your body of that energy, which is innate, and without that, we would not be alive. Now, I just want to go over some of the ingredients quickly with this product. Fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is a absolutely amazing product, and it increases help intestinal bacteria. I mean the good bacteria. It it gives you energy. It helps in the absorption of nutrients, and it contains minerals essential for your overall health. The fulvic acid itself helps with mineral deficiencies. Most of our populations are mineral deficient because of industrialization of our farming. Getting the food to the store and picking it when it's green and so forth does not allow the food to ripen correctly, absorb enough nutrition, because we used to eat right off the garden or right out of the field, right? Now we don't do that. There's a time between it gets picked and a time to get it put on a shelf. And so our food is depleted. So we need this fulvic acid as a binder in order to get rid of heavy metals out of the body. It also, fulvic acid can reduce pain. It improves the brain health and improves your cognitive health. Another thing is the D-mannose we have in our product. Found in naturally high amounts in apples, oranges, and peaches, and blueberries and cranberries, like you see here. Vegetables including green beans, cabbages, and broccoli. Now, chemical D-mannose is considered structurally similar to glucose. And it burns slowly in the gastrointestinal tract. So this accounts for a lower glycemic index. With new treatments and prevention strategies can help obesity and the problem of weight gain in the body. Now, shiitake mushrooms, what we have in shiitake mushrooms, we have an extract called AHCC, active hexose correlated compound. And this is contains polysaccharides called glucans. And glucans are one form of soluble fiber that are strongly linked to improving cholesterol levels and boosting heart health, right? There's a lot of clinical studies on AHCC. You just go on to PubMed.gov, type in AHCC, PubMed, PubMed.gov. Type in AHCC, you get about 130 different clinical studies by very well-known institutes throughout the world. It is a powerful, powerful ingredient we have. Now, we have brown seaweed. From brown seaweed, we get fucoidan. Fucoidan is a complex polysaccharide also. It has been shown to slow blood clotting And it is a neuroprotective and immune modulating effect. This product is found a lot in topical applications, which are about like $600 a jar. These topical applications help make the skin vibrant and youthful again. We put this inside of our body, red algae. Now, it's important ecologically because almost 40 to 60% of our total global oxygen for in terrestrial and aquatic habitats are created by this beautiful plant. Now, it is a natural food for fish and other aquatic animals, and it's a very important, it's the most important commercial food in Japan. And Japanese women, I think they live the longest of all the women on the planet, and the women and the men are second longest, right? So it's a dietary source of dietary fiber, and it helps boost the immune system and contributes to bone health. Andrographis paniculata, very, very famous herb. This herb is traditionally used to treat an array of diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, leprosy, even flatulence, bronchitis, dysentery. And this is a really good herb. It's very bitter tasting. And it is known for rich in compounds, to help the body get into homeostasis. It is native to South Asia countries such as India and Sri Lanka, and frequently used for prevention even of the common cold. What else is there? Oh yeah, it helps in skin conditions, including wound, ulcers, itchiness, and helps in things like upper intestinal tract infections. So this is really quite general, all around, very, very powerful. And when you take the product, when you take our product with us, so it is really quite exceptional. Now, I wanted to mention this is like the Lear bracelet we have. We have a bracelet that when you put the bracelet on, it helps you protect you from 5G. It is necessary because the aberrant frequencies that we have around in our society nowadays destroy our internal clocks, our internal tissue, and it destroy actually even the amount of oxygen carrying hemoglobin. So hemoglobin carries oxygen, and iron is contained by the hemoglobin. So what happens, the iron is dislodged by these aberrant frequencies like your cell phone, or, towers, radio frequencies, all this stuff, man-made stuff, not natural stuff, right? So these frequencies, they alter even your genome. They alter how your genes work and how your genes replicate in relation to transcription and how they make proteins in the body that are essential in order for signaling molecules and so forth. So when you have less oxygen in your blood circulating around, because your iron is dislodged, also you have your immune system heightened. You have these things, you have a thing called cytokine cascade, for example. These cytokines are signaling molecules, the immune signaling molecules that are our warning system for our body. Hey, to say this knee is inflamed, so let's get some nutrition over here. So it's a very intricate system, very balanced system, and if the bracelet helps to undo this. I'll give you an example. Dear friends of mine, Anita, Trudy, and Irma, as you can see per this graph, one is Anita's 89, 85, 92, and 83-year-olds, right? So we started this 3.5 months ago with the Lear bracelet. And let's just take Marilyn, for example. She has a BP of 148 over 104, right? I just tested it 2 days ago. It was 132 over 89 now because of she wearing her bracelet. Of course, she's doing other protocols to help her body heal, but this is one of the main protocols she's wearing. She's wearing one bracelet on her left wrist. Now, another example is really quite significant here is Trudy and Irma. Trudy has 119, which is not bad, over 80, a little bit on the higher side. And Irma, which is 118, and systolic diastolic is 87, which is a little bit high, okay? We want to bring that down. So what happens, take a look at this bottom graph, guys. 111, Trudy, over 69. As a matter of fact, they're like twins. They're sisters, they live together, they all live together. 111 over 69, I was surprised. I never took to BP readings from somebody who had identical readings. It was amazing. So you can see the diastolic has come down significantly on that. So now I wanted to try the Cellebration with them and what happened, because I wanted to prove to myself that the blood in Chi is actually moving. So as you can see in Trudy's, her BP went up to 117/80, right? And Irma, same thing, 121/70. Now this indicates to be blood is coursing through the body faster, right? Now, Marilyn had an interesting response to the Celebration. She has an issue with her heart, quite serious. And so you have to understand this. She went from 148/104 down to 132/89. Then when she took the Celebration, just 5 minutes later, it went down to 125/84. That is absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, 125/84 was my kind of standard BP of myself even. This, I'll give you my testimony here. And actually, it's around 122, 123, sometimes 125, over about maybe 82, 83. So I was working quite hard with my wife. I was doing some body work with her, and I finished. I'm kind of a little bit tired. I was sitting there and breathing hard, and I just finished doing her BP, and I said I better do mine, just to see where. I expected it to be like 133 over 80, 85, 86, or something like that. I checked. It was 114/75. I was stunned. I was kind of out of breath, a little bit trying to catch my breath, and I was still at 114/85. Of course, my heart rate was a little bit up. I think it was like 80 something, 80, 80, 88, 89, something like that. But it was really interesting for me, and I really find that for myself, especially, that Celebration has a calming effect on my mind, like makes it a clear effect. Like life seems to be more fun when I'm taking the product. That was actually my first experience on the first dose I took. And I took my first dose, I took half a gram. What we're instructed to do, the instructions take 1/16 of a gram, and then you figure out what your dosage is, okay? What produced the best results for you. And I took it with 8 ounces of water. I chugged it down, warm water, I chugged it down half a gram. And then what happened was that I took a little bit of honey too, because it's really bitter. I'm going to forewarn you, it's really bitter. And I took half a teaspoon of honey, and it killed the taste, which was really, really good. And then that's the thing I experienced. So what I'd like to do today is I'd like to bring on, I'm going to open up this here. I'd like to bring on a testimony today. Karen, are you available to talk today? Are you on board here?
Yeah, I'm here, Steve.
Hey, Karen, welcome to our presentation. Thank you for being here. Can you explain to me what you have done with yourself and in relation to Celebration and what effect you've observed so far?
Yeah, I talked at the beginning and what it did for me. You want me to say it again?
Yeah, I would love that, please, so I
Okay.
can record it.
Okay, I've been on it for 5 days now. And what I found is there's something going on in my brain. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like there's like a connection up there or something, like maybe more focused. I find that I definitely am sleeping deeper. Like I thought I was sleeping really good with the youth, but you just wake up and you just can't believe it's morning already. So those were the two things that I've noticed with just the 5 days.
That's fantastic, Karen. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Please share this video with those that you like and love. Thank you very much for your time.